Cities, you made it halfway through the work week. A few more days yet to go before we step into a hot and humid weekend. I'll tell you just how hot it will feel here coming up in just a moment. First, though, we've got a critical time frame approaching us, especially when we talk about the Atlantic hurricane season. The peak of that season actually arriving as we speak. We're going to notice a real uptick in not only intensity of storms, but also in the frequency of storms here in the next few weeks. Notice that the number of named storms is going to be peaking about a month from now, and it's a very rapid increase in terms of the number of those that we typically see from now until the 1st of September. Same story with hurricanes as well. That will begin peaking the first week of September. And as always, keeping a very close eye on the potential to see some very strong hurricanes. That's your Category 3 and above, your major hurricanes. That peak also slowly starting to rise as well in the next several weeks. Now, it's been fairly quiet recently. We haven't had a named storm since about the 9th of July. So it's been about a month since we've seen anything. The reason for that being a combination of a couple of things: strong wind shear, strong winds aloft, and some dust coming off of the Sahara Desert here. But the reason why we typically see hurricanes and storms form in this general region is because of this. If you look at the satellite image here, notice you've got two different types of land masses. You've got the desert on the northern part of the African continent here, and then you've got the rainforest on the southern part. So you've got two different types of air masses. You've got hot and dry air to the north, cooler and much more humid air to the south. And because of that difference in air masses, you get these disturbances or these storm systems that develop between the two. And once they form, they're steered by this area of high pressure that's nearly constant or very persistent, doesn't move a whole lot in the northern part of the continent here. That steers them westward into the Atlantic. And of course, that's where they gobble up that heat energy off the surface of the water and form themselves into tropical storms and eventually hurricanes. Now, looking at the satellite image, you've got some fairly potent clusters of showers and storms over Africa itself here on the western part of the continent. Those will be bearing watching here in the next couple of days. In fact, the National Hurricane Center already keeping an eye on two possible areas of development in the next 5 days, and there are indications by many of the global models that the activity in the Atlantic will really begin ramping up here in the next couple of weeks. We've already seen at least 5 named storms, the last one, of course, being Elsa. 3 of those have made landfall here in the United States. The next one, should it form, that will be named Fred. Very simple, easy to pronounce. Let's get closer back to home here. Tara sending a beautiful sunset picture from Sterling last night. Doesn't get any better than this right along the river there. Nice view of the sun through the trees. In fact, reminder, send your pictures to us, whether it's news, weather related, through the News 8 app. It's exactly what Tara did. I'll show some of those here, continuing on Good Morning Quad Cities. Plan for today, mostly sunny. A few more clouds moving in this afternoon. Highs into the mid-80s, but comfortable. Low humidity continues for us. A couple more clouds arriving overnight tonight. We'll be watching this area of showers and a few thunderstorms. That will bring our first chance at seeing a little bit of activity around here come tomorrow afternoon. Notice, though, it really begins to fall apart. Here we are at noon, approaching the Mississippi River. We go mostly cloudy. Could see a couple of showers after lunchtime into tomorrow evening. 59 is where we stand right now. In fact, a lot of 59s on the board for us this morning. Still cool and comfortable. That ends, though, coming into the upcoming weekend. In fact, you'll notice the humidity already increasing by Friday afternoon after a quick hitting round of some morning storms. A couple more of those clusters likely to work in at times over the weekend. Again, mainly centered late afternoon and evening for your Saturday and Sunday, and then really hot and steamy for the majority of next week.